Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to week 1, session 1 of your 6-week training course with us. Today, we're going to teach what's called a hand touch. And what it basically means is when I offer a flat palmed hand down to my dog, ask for a touch, he's going to run on over and press his nose against the palm of my hand. Now, we teach a hand touch for a number of different reasons. So firstly, it helps create a really nice association about what hands mean to our dogs, so that when a stranger walks over, puts their hand down to say hello to our dogs are much more likely to investigate that hand with their nose. Secondly, it's a brilliant way for moving our dogs around. Let's say I want to sit on the sofa and Sydney's in my seat, I can just ask for a hand touch to jump him off the sofa rather than have to manhandle him or move him in any other way. In addition to that, it's a nice little weapon to have in your toolkit, as we can use it to create other behaviours as you continue the education of your dog. In terms of what a hand touch should look like, it should look a little bit like this. Touch. Yes, boy. Touch. Yes, good lad. Touch. Yes, good boy. Good lad. Sit. Okay, we're in quite a distracting environment here, okay, so there's kids running around, we're in the middle of half a forest. This is not where I would start teaching the exercise. In fact, any exercise that we teach during the entirety of this course, if you're struggling to get focus from your dog around distractions, just make it easier by making the environment that you're working in much more simple. So I'm going to show you the teaching steps with Echo now, but there's not a hope in hell if I start out here, so instead we're going to start at home. So we're going to have a look at Echo's hand touch now, and I've got one golden rule for you to follow. What we're not going to do is push our hand towards our dog's face. If we do that, it's going to have exactly the same effect as if we did it to a human. They're going to move their face away from the hand, not towards it. That's the opposite of what we're after. So instead, what we're going to try and do is put our hand flat down the side of our dog's face. And most dogs at this point will turn and investigate the hand. When they do, the nose will make contact with the hand, and that means we say yes when that happens, and we give the dog a treat from the treat pouch. We'll talk about what happens if it doesn't quite work out in a second or two, and we'll talk about the progression steps as we go through it with Echo. Let's have a little look. So flat hand down the side of the face. Yes. Yes, good girl, well done. Yes, good girl. Yes, nice, well done. So gradually, over the next few repetitions, what you'll see me doing is start to move my hand a little bit further away from Echo. You'll also note that I'm throwing the treats away here. So Echo's the kind of dog that movement helps, okay? She can get a little bit sticky. So if she's just in a sit like this and I kept putting my hand out, she'd do it a few times, but then get a bit sticky with it and maybe give up or try something different because she thinks it's not working. So instead, what I do is I make sure after she's successful, I throw a treat away. You don't need to do this for all dogs. So Sid, for example, he'd sit there all day, bump, 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 one after the next, after the next, after the next, and be happy with that. But Echo needs a little bit more energy kicking into it. So I'm going to go and do a couple of reps close again, and then I'm going to start to move it a little bit away. Yes, good girl. Yes. A little bit slow. What you got there? Yes. That's a sticky one. Yeah, it's on my finger. Good girl. Girl. Come on. I'll come to you, shall I? Good girl. Yes. Good. Yes. Nice. So I'm going to start to move that hand a little bit further away now. Yes, good girl, wow. So that's a big step for her. I probably pushed her a bit quick there, straight into the stand up. So you don't need to go quite that fast. Yes, good girl. Yes, nice, well done, baby. Yes, good girl, that's really good. Yes, nice. Very, very good. So let's talk about what we do if we present our hand and the dog doesn't quite make contact or doesn't do anything at all and just stares at us like we're mad. So for the dogs that stare at us like we're from planet Zog, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put a treat in between our fingers, okay, and we're going to offer that out because the dog's going to be much more inclined to look at that treat. We'll do 3 or 4 repetitions like that before removing the treat and doing it. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'll put a little treat in there. Hand down. Yes. And we still mark the contact, but it means that we reward on the hand. So treat in there. Yes, good girl, well done. Yes. Okay, so it means that we can then migrate from having a treat there to not having a treat there, okay? For the dogs that you're doing it and it's going quite well and then you put your hand down and she doesn't quite make contact, all you're going to do is remove that hand and represent it. Okay, let's do a couple more with Echo. Yes. Be careful, don't be tempted when just as they get close, don't be tempted to make that final inch yourself, okay? If anything, you want to move your hand away a tiny bit more so they have to work a little bit harder to get to the hand. You don't want to be pushing your hand into them or you'll be doing it for the rest of your life. Good girl, well done. Okay, so staring at me like I'm coming from planet Zog, we'll have another go. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. So hopefully guys, you can see how that progresses. It's a relatively simple exercise. Not all dogs get it lightning fast, so take your time with it, persevere. It's something that once it's in your toolkit, you'll be really happy you've got. Good luck.
To learn more, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.